But right now, let's move into Peacock Alley and meet the great Billie Holiday. She's singing in the background. Let's talk to her now.
I'm glad I'm living and I'm lucky to be. But I've got a man crazy for me. He's funny that way.
Billie, do you mind being serenaded by yourself that way, listening to yourself sing?
Well, it's all right.
I know that you're a great perfectionist, and so I wonder whether or not you sort of cringe when you hear your voice on a record, because you don't really hear yourself when you're singing in a nightclub or someplace else, do you?
No, you don't.
You just hear yourself in the faces of the people who are hearing you. We talked yesterday, Billie Holiday, about a very special night in Madison Square Garden. Tonight, a night called Stop the Massacre, to remind Americans of what's happening in Hungary. On Saturday night, there's another very special night coming up in Carnegie Hall. A night to tell your story in music. Here behind us is the billboard for that story. Lady Sings the Blues. The story is told in the current issue of Coronet magazine. Lady Sings the Blues. It's a little bit like This Is Your Life on television. Can you tell us a little bit about what's going to happen at Carnegie Hall on Saturday night, Billie?
Yes, it's going to be narrated. Gil is going to narrate it, and he reads a chapter, and after each chapter I sing a song.
Can you remember the songs, some of the songs that you're going to sing? Just tick off the names of them and sort of in order.
Well, one of them is Ain't Nobody's Business What I Do.
Ain't nobody's business what I do. That's a different kind of declaration of independence.
And a song that I wrote, titled God Bless the Child, that's got his own.
God Bless the Child.
That's got his own.
That's got his own, right.
And Don't Explain, another tune of mine. And some blues. And
Don't Explain. Now, that's one, the words to which I don't remember. I want you to sing anything, but close your eyes and speak the words like a poet. Did you write the words on the music?
Yes.
Both of them?
I had to help with it. Arthur Herzog helped me with it.
Close your eyes and just speak the words, not just the lyrics.
Hush now, don't explain. I know you raised Cain. I'm glad you're back. Don't explain. Quiet. Don't explain. You mixed with some dame. Skip that lipstick. Don't explain. You know that I love you, and what love endures. All my thoughts are of you, for I'm so completely yours. Cry to hear folks chatter, and I know you cheat, but right and wrong don't matter when you're with me, sweet. Hush now, don't explain. You're my joy and pain. My life's yours, love. Don't explain.
Don't explain. That's terrific. That's terrific. When you write something like this, do you sit down and sort of noodle out the music first, and then the words come to you, or does it work the other way down?
I think when I write something, I sort of get it all at the same time, and I just have
comes tumbling out.
I get a story, and then I get a hold of Arthur, and he straightens out the lyric and the diction for me, and makes it sort of rhyme, and then I have another friend. I hum what I have in mind, and he takes it down for me.
You don't put it down on the piano yourself. The music, you don't need an instrument. This is your instrument in here.
That's right.
It just comes tumbling out. Of all the things you've written, you know, they say when a young author writes a book, he always puts a little bit of himself into the book. The first book, anyhow. He draws on himself. Of all the songs you've written, Billie Holiday, which one most clearly tells your story?
Oh, I think Don't Explain and Fine and Mellow.
Fine and Mellow.
Yes, that's a blues.
It's tough to make you recite again, but I like the way you do it. Now, but I want you to close your eyes this time, the way you used to sing. Come on. Come on. Fine and Mellow.
My man don't love me. Treats me oh so mean. My man, he don't love me. Treats me awful mean. He's the lowest man that I've ever seen. He wears high draped pants. Stripes are really yellow. He wears high draped pants. Stripes are really yellow. But when he starts in to love me, he is so fine and mellow. Love will make you drink and gamble, make you stay out all night long. Love will make you drink and gamble, make you stay out all night long. Love will make you do things that you know is wrong. But if you treat me right, baby, I'll stay home every day. Just treat me right, baby, and I'll stay home every day. But you're so mean to me, baby. I know you're gonna drive me away. Love is just like a faucet. It turns off and on. Love is like a faucet. It turns off and on. Sometimes when you think it's on, baby, it has turned off and gone.
Don't you know any happy songs? Or do you like to suffer while you sing like that?
Well, I know a few happy ones, but I didn't write them.
I remember once I asked Ethel Waters to explain why she seems to have so much fun singing the blues. And of course the blues don't really mean that you're sad necessarily, do they?
No.
What's the happiest song? What's the song that somebody else wrote that you like to sing? Just the title of it.
Yesterday's.
Yesterday's. Now you got me. Who wrote that?
Jerome Kern.
Jerome Kern. Yesterday's. Why is that? Why does that appeal to you so much?
Oh, I think it's beautiful. And it tells a story.
This is terrible, but I want boys. Do you know over there? Yesterday's. Talk the words to that. Just real soft, right close to the microphone here. Let's drive them crazy. Just talk the words.
Yesterday's. Yesterday's. Days I knew as happy, sweet, sequestered days. Olden days. Golden days. Days of mad romance and love. Then gay youth was mine. Then truth was mine. Joyous, free, and flaming life. Then sooth was mine. Sad am I. Glad am I. For today I'm dreaming of yesterdays.
Billy, is that your idea of a happy song?
Uh-huh.
It's got me crying. Oh, dear. This story of yours that will be told in song at Carnegie Hall this Saturday night brings the story up to now. There's been a lot of sadness in the story. But how does it wind up? Now, don't tell me it winds up dreaming about yesterday. What's the last song that's going to be sung?
Oh, it's blues.
Still blues. Looking back and looking ahead. It's the blues. Yeah. You think that that's what people want to hear? They want to hear you sing the blues. It sort of makes them feel better. Is that the reason people love to just sit and sort of inhale your singing?
I think that's the idea.
Yeah. They're cowards. They let you suffer for them. You had some coffee. I'm going to talk about something in the kitchen. And then we'll be right back and get another of your songs on a record.
All right.
And talk some more about your story, okay?
Okay.
And the meaning of Carnegie Hall. And now back into Peacock Alley. And on the way in, listen with us a moment to the words and the music, too, of Billie Holiday singing a sad song. Sad song from Billie Holiday. Billie, over in Carnegie Hall, there are all kinds of pictures on the walls that you'll be walking through to get on stage. Bernstein, Bruno Volta, Dmitri Metropolis, violinists like Misha Elman, Risa Stevens, Renata Tebaldi, great names and great music. Do you feel that grand opera stars and symphony stars, that they too can understand the sad songs that you sing?
Yes, I'm sure they can.
Have you ever tried singing to them in the audience and felt that, well, they get it, you know?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. So that really music is more than just an international language, it's a universal language.
I think so. I think you become acquainted with people easily through music than talking to them.
I think all of our viewers are becoming acquainted with you, not just the interview, but the things that happen to your face when you handle lyrics that you've written or lyrics that you've learned. If you were stuck away on a desert island, or like the man we're going to talk to in a moment, Cardinal Mindszenty, put into a communist prison, what kind of music would you most like to listen to? Suppose we just gave you 5 records to play over and over.
And I was on an island?
Yeah, what would you like?
Well, I think I'd like something by Count Basie and something by Louis Armstrong and something by Duke. I think I like the ones by Basie really swinging.
Yeah.
And the one by Duke I'd like real pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd like something by Pops that, you know, how Pops, like his Saints Go Marching In, you know, really in the groove.
Yeah.
And then I would like one maybe by something pretty by Nat Cole.
By Nat Cole.
Yeah, something like his Lush Life.
Well, with music like that, we could imprison you on a very cold island and you'd stay warm. Well, now, let's switch. Suppose, like Cardinal Mindszenty, we wanted to torture you, Billie Holiday.
Wow.
You know, we wanted to break your heart and break your spirit and make you confess to something you never did. Make you confess to something you don't really believe in. What music would we turn on to break you?
Gee, I don't know, because
Elvis Presley?
You get me murdered if I answer that one.
How do you feel about Elvis?
I really don't know.
Over again.
Is that it?
Yeah, hound dog.
I guess that's why I didn't pay too much attention.
But you've seen a great many young men like Elvis Presley come, and most of them go. But I can remember, and I'm sure you can remember, when Frank Sinatra came to town, and they were all ridiculing Sinatra. Remember that?
Yeah, I knew Frankie a long time before he got big.
A long time before he got big. Did you sense that Sinatra had the peculiar qualities that make a fellow stick around and get big?
Oh, yeah, I just knew that he was going to be great. I knew he was great then, but I mean, I knew that he was going to...
That he was going to last.
Yeah.
Really going to last. Billie, this Saturday night in Carnegie Hall, this isn't the first time you've played in Carnegie Hall, is it?
No, it isn't.
What happened the first time you went into this place that's filled with all the ghosts of the great names in music? What happened your first concert in Carnegie Hall? Were you frightened to death?
Oh, I was scared to death. I waited until the last minute, and I said I wasn't going to go on. I was in the wings. And I said, I can't go out there. There's too many people.
Too many people?
Yeah.
You're used to just a few people like this in a nightclub.
So somebody gave me a push, and when I stopped running, I was almost in front of the mic. So it was too late then, and I couldn't control my knees. And I had on a satin dress, and when you could see my knees just going, and people didn't know whether I was going to dance or sing. The people, especially the people in the first couple of rows, they could see it.
Yeah.
But after I got into my song, about 16 bars, I got a little more relaxed. I kept telling myself, it's too late now, you know, you gotta sing and run off of here one. So I got through it. But my biggest thrill in Carnegie was Easter Eve, which they say is the worst night in show business.
Easter Eve.
Yeah. And it was raining like mad, and it was my concert. And people were standing all up in the back, and they must have put 400 or 500 people on the stage, and they turned away a couple of thousand. It was really wonderful. And I was so nervous. And a friend of mine, I used to think I couldn't sing without gardenias in my hair. So a friend of mine sent me 6 gardenias, and they had put these pins in them to put on your dress, and I didn't take the pin out. I stuck it in my head, and I didn't even realize, and I got on the stage, and it was a good thing I had on a black dress with a high neck, because the blood was running all down on my dress. I lost so much blood on the stage. I came off. They had the doctor there, and my piano player said, she can't go back out there. And I said, I'm not going to play for her. She's going to die. But anyway, I went back, and I did 16 songs. And I didn't pass out until the very end. And I realized that, you know, how much blood I lost. And I got scared, you know, how you get after it's all over.
After the accident's over, you get scared. But they turned him away that night, and they had to seat him by the hundreds on stage because there was no room in Carnegie Hall. I have a feeling, Billie Holiday, that it's going to be a little bit like that this Saturday night. You won't be scared, though, this time, will you?
Oh, sure. I'm always scared.
You are?
Sure.
Not now. Not right this minute.
Right this minute. You see I'm sweating.
Everybody is. Billie Holiday, I want to thank you very much for coming by and talking a little of your own special poetry. While all of our neighbors out here were watching, I think a great many people are going to write your name and the date and the place, Carnegie Hall. This Saturday night, Lady Sings the Blues. Don Friedman presents. We'll see you then.
Thank you.